Begin!
Begin!
Hey everyone, this is Tommy D from Random Tandem.
And Brandy from Random Tandem.
It's randomtandem.com. If I can figure out how to, I'm going to have a little underlay down there saying it.
That'd be pretty awesome.
So anyway, this is D&D Encounters Beyond the Crystal Cave, which is last season. This season starts tomorrow.
Yep. Today.
Is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Oh wow. Today! I am unemployed now, so keeping track of days is infinitely more difficult.
It says Wednesday up in the little corner of your screen.
You're correct, it does.
There you go.
So anyway, let's see. This will be nights 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Yep.
Of Crystal Caves.
Yep.
Let's see. Previously, as we talked about in the other videos, which you can find on our channel, I have been playing a straight-up mage. And you've been playing Hexblade?
Hexblade, yeah. Elf Hexblade.
Yes. You're just too excited about this season, aren't you? Okay. So, what happened? Let's see. I haven't pulled up here because it's been a couple of days.
Indeed.
Let's see. In week 9... Oh yeah, week 9 was the camp. So in week 9 we return from Orlando's prison with him, and we make camp for the night.
Yep.
And so we're all around this fire pit, and then these this wave of, I think it was Zyvorts, comes in from the north-ish. Whatever the north is in this game, I guess whichever direction you put up.
We did pretty good.
We did, yeah.
Taken down.
We wiped out things pretty well. I was pretty surprised, actually, how easily it went. We had maybe 5, 6 guys coming at us, and there were 4 of us. And we took them down. Pretty nice. A few magic missiles here and there. Worked out well. Let's see, the night after that, that was a pretty quick thing. After that, there's just sort of a little bit of a role-playing gig where we kind of talk to everybody and get whatever aid we can get from them.
Yep.
And then we went to the maze, right?
Yep.
What happened in the maze?
We had to pick a direction. Because there's like red roses and yellow roses and white roses.
Yeah,
I think we
there were
picked
3
white,
paths.
which apparently yellow was a safe way to go.
Yeah, I guess red was slightly worse. And yellow, we all got slowed down or something. There was a minor stat effect, but it wasn't big enough to really damage us.
And we had to go through like a branch. Okay, either like go through around a branch wall or like through this hole in a wall that something else had made.
Yeah, that's right.
I think we all chose to try and go.
We chose to climb, and it turned out even if you failed, you still made it over.
Yeah.
Even if you had to do a stat test. It was like athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah. You just got hurt worse.
Yeah. If you failed it, you just got hurt. And so we made it over that, and then we were in a battle in the maze. Several more Zyvorts and a few other things. There were probably maybe 5 to 7 total.
And yeah,
it was kind of tricky because it was a maze.
One thing like took the key things we had, and
oh yeah, that's right. We had keys in order to try and get into the castle where Soreth was.
Yep.
And it was a little bit of a tricky fight because most of us are ranged attackers.
Yeah.
Only one of us was actually a close fighter, so we had a lot of line of sight issues going on.
Yeah, I'm kind of a close fighter, but I also have a ranged attack. So
yeah. Yeah, you and Al were both close fighters. Al primarily, but I don't think he had any distance attacks at all. But yeah, me and the other guy were both distance fighters. Me and Brian. And so we did, it was a little tricky, but we got through it. I think some of us spent some of the battle on our backs. Yeah. Getting knocked down.
Yep.
But we got back up, and it was fine. Let's see, night after that was the room.
Yep.
You sort of come up on this little house-like structure.
Yep, and that was the puzzle.
Yeah.
We had to solve.
First off, there are these 2 statues out front that said, enter in peace. So we had our weapons away, so that was fine. Later on, we found out when you pull out your weapons, they attack you. Which we found out the other 2 guys were running late. And when they got there, they kind of rushed in to help us in the battle that ensued.
Yep.
And every time they pulled out their weapons, these basically golems just start marching forward to attack us. and we'd put them away and they'd march back.
Yep.
So it was kind of a trick of like, okay, I pull it out, I attack, I put it away.
Yep.
But before that, there was a puzzle. There were 2 nymphs.
Yep, 2 water nymphs.
Yeah.
That wanted to help us, but we had to solve their puzzle first.
Yeah.
And so it was like each, like, there's a main room and then there's like 2 side rooms, and so each side room had a puzzle that had to be solved. So.
Yeah. And in the main room, there was a table with crystal glasses that twinkled.
Yep.
And so yeah, in one of the rooms there were birds.
Yep.
That were singing incoherently, just all against each other.
Yep.
And in the other room there was runes.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, his runes or something like that.
And it was dark in there, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I went into the room with the birds, and I held up one of the glasses, and they started to sing along with it, and that seemed to unlock that room.
Yep. And the other one, what happened?
Well, you
had
had
to like
to,
make like day night or something like that
Yeah.
with the runes.
Yeah, there was
so,
a little riddle to go along with it.
Yeah, so I had to do a skill check for that.
Mm-hmm. And you were able to wipe away the runes, and that was the source of the darkness.
Yep.
And that actually finished up that puzzle.
Yep.
Which unlocked the next way, but then Koban?
Yeah, Coban or something.
Something like that. The Sorath, the Dream Queen's
Calban,
lover,
something,
sort of a demon prince type. He showed up, and we had to fight him in order to continue forward. And we were having a bit of trouble at first, but when the other 2 guys showed up, it became much easier.
Yeah.
And yeah, we killed off his support, and then we ganged up on him, and it was pretty quick.
Yep.
And then, I was surprised at how easy that battle was, actually. I thought for sure that one would have been harder.
Yeah.
Kind of a sub-boss. In video games, you have different levels of bosses, and usually before you get to the big boss, you have a sub-boss that's moderate strength.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite the same, but pretty comparable to the main boss.
I'm glad he didn't like automatically heal himself.
Yeah.
That would sucked.
That would have, yeah. Yeah, in the board games, the Dungeons and Dragon board games, some of the creatures automatically heal themselves when you're too far away from them.
Yep.
But, yeah, so we beat him pretty rapidly. And then we moved on to the next room, and that was the next night, where we found Juliana, who we were looking for the entire time, sitting off to the side, and Sorath the Dream Queen was in that room.
Yep.
So, let's see, she had some support. She had a couple of Zyvorts and then these stick creatures.
Yep. That she kept summoning. Summoning.
I laid down some pretty heavy, actually we all laid down some pretty heavy area attacks right off the bat.
Yep.
To take out as many of them as we could, and then we found out after that she summons more as soon as you kill the last of the last wave of stick creatures.
Yeah.
So, and actually I figured that out late because the other guys kept on encouraging me, just kill the last stick guy, just do an area attack, because I have a lot of area attacks as a mage. And so I did, and then I'm like, I know I shouldn't have done that. And the Dungeon Master's like, yep, because she summons more.
Yep. I think I just kept trying to go after Sora.
Yeah.
I kind of figured, it's like, no matter what, if we just take her out, something, it'll be better.
Yeah, that's what I figured too, but yeah. I kind of listened to everybody else and took out that last one, then we had even more to take care of.
Mm.
But, yeah, when we all started really ganging up on Sora, it did take some time yet.
Mm-hmm.
There was that time after we got her down pretty far, she teleported and then made herself invisible.
Yep.
And made someone who was attacking her invisible too.
Yeah.
I think, was that you or Al?
That was Al.
Okay.
And he's the only one that could see her for a while.
Yep. Yeah, and we were trying, like, okay, can I blind hit her? And it's like, well, not really.
Yep.
And we attempted, but it didn't really turn out.
Yep.
And, I should have just done an area attack, because that probably would have hit, right?
Probably.
I mean, I guess it's hard to say.
Mm.
But, yeah, finally we beat her. And then there was the ending stuff. Sort of this nice little role-playing situation. It was more or less just storytelling.
Yep.
Where we kind of hear what happens after that and how, we're free to go now and we can each get a wish from this well.
Mm-hmm.
And so we each wished for things, and I got, let's see, one of us got a position of power, and one of us got an awesome magical item, and I got 100 years added to my lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was good stuff. So yeah, that was it for that season. Those last battles went fairly rapidly, actually.
Seems like it.
It didn't seem that long. The funny thing is, even starting late at like 7-ish or 7:30 sometimes, it's still, we were still done by 9, around 9.
I think we don't have people that hem and haw around things.
That's true, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, one of the things our old group, there were a lot of people who just couldn't really make up their minds about things.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd end up spending a lot of time just making a decision about what we were going to be doing.
Yep.
And these guys are more run-in types.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't think that much about what we should be doing. We just kind of do something and see what happens. Which, honestly, in a lot of ways, I like.
Mm-hmm.
I like better the sort of just run in and see the consequences.
Well, I think our game master now kind of hints to us, like when, you should be, kind of talking to this person, or
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we kind of got hinted before, but it was a little more iffy.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, good game. Let's see. Next season starts up today.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday the 29th.
Yep.
Of,
Leap day.
Yes, Leap Day of February 2012. Anybody who's in the region of Fantasy Flight or The Source should totally stop in and give it a try. Those are the two that we go to that I can vouch for.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, wherever you are, must have a game store. They're everywhere now.
Yep.
It's pretty mainstream. So yeah, it's pretty low impact. People pretty much tell you what to do. You don't have to worry about it too much. You can even get a pre-made character. That's you don't have to think about anything. If that's your kind of style. Otherwise, they can help you make a character for it. Someone who can fit in pretty well to the story.
And you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on it.
Very true. It doesn't. You don't have to spend anything actually. Some game places they have like no outside food and drink thing, and they'll have a vending machine there. So it's oftentimes the cost of entry is $1.50 for a soda pop.
Yep.
But besides that, you don't have to have any of the books. The game master will have everything you need. It's kind of helpful. We have some of the books just because we find it easier to work with.
Yeah, one of the rule books.
Yep. And if you want to use the character creator, that costs, I think, $10 a month for a subscription, but it's not, it's just month to month, so you can cancel it when you don't need it anymore. Mm-hmm. And, the character creator is kind of nice if you're going to be serious about it, just because it helps you make your character and take all the considerations into it and get all the math just right. But yeah, I guess that's about it.
That's it.
So, for Random Tandem, this is Tommy D.
Brandy.
See ya. And do some gaming.